Okay, so now that we've got to trading systems being the best approach for most traders, why should you backtest a trading system? I mean, if you look at a book from a famous author who's been trading for 30 years and he presents a system to you, why would you just not follow that system? I mean, he's the expert, right? Well, yes, but is my response. Now, I've got a picture of a turtle here. Some of you may have heard of an experiment that was run back in the 1980s. It's really part of trading folklore now. I mean, it's a real experiment, but the turtle traders were a group of traders trained by a guy called Richard Dennis, who was a very, very successful trader at the time, had made huge amounts of money trading systematically, and he taught his system to a group of traders that he called the turtles. And this group of traders was very secretive for many years, because they had protected this system with confidentiality, because it was so profitable. And this group of traders made hundreds of millions of dollars trading with the turtle trader system. And there's books written about it, and there's been magazine articles and papers. And if you look at that system, it's a complete trading system. And you could pick it up out of those books and you could follow it. But if you did that blindly as a result of reading the Turtle Trader book or reading the papers about the system, you'd be sorely disappointed, because that system worked amazingly in the 1980s and 90s. But today, depending on which market you apply it to, it's barely profitable. And so if you just blindly trusted that the experts knew what they were saying, then you would be sorely disappointed in your results. You'd be losing money. You'd be frustrated. Now, it doesn't stop there, though. There's countless indicators that are available now out in the market. If you crack open any trading software, Amy Broker or Metastock or NinjaTrader or any of those, there's huge numbers of different indicators in those charting packages that you can use. Now, which ones of those actually work? Well, I'm sure you can find examples that work somewhere, but do they systematically work consistently across all stocks, across the whole market, across time zones? And do they work in your market? Well, you're never going to know unless you find a way to test them. And what about candlestick patterns? I mean, there's books and websites and seminars about candlesticks and candlestick trading and all of this, and there's fancy Japanese sounding names that must be profitable. But are they really? I don't know what an abandoned baby is, or a dark side Tatsuki Gap, or a dragonfly doji, or an evening star is. I wouldn't have a clue if they're profitable. And if you look in a trading book that talks about candlesticks, they'll give you a couple of well-chosen examples to show how these were the exact turning points in the stock price. And if you just bought there, you would have made money. The trouble is that they're always presented with a single example or well-chosen examples. What they don't highlight is the 50,000 other places that all of these patterns appear on the stock charts. And when you're trading in real time and a dragonfly doji appears, how do you know it's going to be profitable? You don't, unless you backtest it. And then which strategy is going to work best for you? Should you use a trend following strategy, or should you use swing trading, or should you use mean reversion in your market? Again, you won't know unless you backtest it. You'll never know which of these things work in your market for you unless you backtest it. If you don't backtest, you're operating on blind faith. And blind faith is not the way to deal with your financial future. I don't know about you, but my financial future is very important to me, because it's my freedom. It's my life. I got a long time to live, and I want to make sure I can do it in style and not be restricted. I want to be able to do the things I want to be able to do in my life. And I'm just not willing to leave my financial future up to blind faith. And so when I pick up a trading book, I'll take ideas from it, but every single idea I will backtest before I use it, and you should do the same.